Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about ADHD amongst children. Yeah, you see on commercials about ADHD and you read about ADHD, but unless you know somebody that has a child with ADHD, the commercials don't know nothing. They're just reading from a script. I got 2 kids with ADHD, and let me tell you, it's hard. It's really, really hard. You don't know what's going through your child's mind, and they just jumping all over the place. Their little bodies is trying to keep up with their mind. And it confuses them, and they go through a lot of, as some people will explain it, bipolarness. They'll get angry, they'll start crying, they'll lash out, and they're not doing it on purpose. And I got 2 kids that both have ADHD. They have trouble in school. They have trouble making friends. And you get so worried, oh my gosh, how people's going to think about it. You got to approach each child differently. But I'm here to say, y'all ain't alone. I go through it day in and day out. But not a lot of people hear it from a parent who's experiencing it. And trust me, I'll be the first person to raise my hand and straight tell y'all, it is too fucking hard. But with a little patience, a little understanding, and a little creativity, you can get through it. Some kids, tend to grow out of it, and as they're little, they'll have ADHD, but as they get older, they'll have ADD. If you catch it early, you're good. But most kids are misdiagnosed with that. So I'm on here let y'all know that y'all ain't alone. All the parents that have kids that are diagnosed with ADHD, and they're like, what do I do? Don't go to the internet, because it's just, a lot of BS. They'll sit there and say, oh, it's probably the food that you're feeding them, or this is what you're doing. No, it's not it. You don't have to worry about the food you're feeding them or anything like that. You just got to be very patient, and you got to be, mother, father, and teacher. It ain't easy, but me and my fiance have been working with both my kids. And there's times we want to tear our hair out. I'm not going to lie. There's times I just want to just, and that's it. But I always got to remember, some of the stuff they do is not on purpose. It's just something they cannot control. A lot of people will tell you, oh yeah, they can control it. They can control it. No, they can't. Unless they've had kids that go through it, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them at all. Treat your child normally, but with more teachings. More breaking things down. That way they can understand. They always tell you, get down to their level. You don't know what their level is. One day they can be, really, really hyper. The next day, really, really low. So it's kind of hard, you know your child. You know what works and what don't work. And they always say, treat your child normal. Hate to tell y'all, but after a while, your kids are going to notice that something's wrong with them. And you can't sit there and tell them, oh, you're normal, you're normal. Because then sooner or later, they're going to find out, and guess what? They're going to be angry at you. Not anyone else. But with little understanding and working with the teachers is the best. They're with your kids during the day, and they can express to you what they see, and get the teacher's opinion. I love my son's teacher. I love her to death. I thank God for her. She has had my son for 3 years. He did kindergarten twice. Now he's in 1st grade, finally. So he's had her, for, 3 times. And bless her heart, she has worked with him. And it's very rare to find a teacher that way. But once you do, stick with that teacher and make a plan. ADHD is nothing to mess around with. You know, you just got to remember they're trying a little hard out. You know, they really are. You know, you just got to have a lot of understanding and let people know, you know, my child, don't be ashamed of it. You know, my child does have ADHD, you know, so I'm letting you know that I'm okay with it, that you know. Because I was the first parent. I was scared. I didn't want no one to know. But sooner or later, people are going to find out. And it's better if they find out from me than anyone else. That way, if they're not comfortable around your child, that's fine. You know ahead of time. You know, because there's a lot of bullies out there that are willing to bully kids like this. You know, that's what you got to look out for is the bullies. Because bullies aren't nice. And they'll make your child feel real bad. You know, so like I said, you know, get with a good teacher, you know, work with them, work with a child, and always make them feel like they're special in every way. Encourage the good things they do, you know, sit and talk with them with the bad things and why it's bad. You know, I mean, I used to be the spanking type. But with both my kids with ADHD, it's kind of hard to spank them when they really don't know what they did wrong. So I try to talk to them more than spanking. You know, because some kids with ADHD don't understand that they're doing something wrong. You know, they don't think before they talk. It just comes blurting out. You know, and I've been trying to get used to that. And it's kind of hard because they blurt out, you know, wrong things in the wrong situations. But I always try to keep in mind that they're trying their best. You know, ADHD isn't something that's going to go away overnight. And it's going to be hard. It's really going to be hard. You know, and a lot of people, you know, go to the internet or as soon as a new medication comes out for ADHD, oh, I got to get my child on that. No. Do your research first before you just stick your child on any medication. Because my child is 7 years old. He's been on medication since he was about 5.5 years old. And he's been on 4 to 5 different medications. So, you know, I did my research and finally got him on the medication that, you know, somewhat helps him. You know, and he's doing a lot better in school now with all the tutoring. And the main thing on top of it, when you have a parent-teacher conference with the teacher, the principal, like we call it down here an ARD meeting, you need to be the advocate for your child. Just don't agree with what the school says. You do that and you're screwing your child up. If you don't agree with something, you need to tell them, you know, I don't agree with this. This is what I want to see done. You know, I want reports about it. Because if you don't, they're just going to pass your child along. Your child's not going to get the help that they need. So for all you parents out there that have kids with ADHD and don't know what to do, hit me up and I can answer any question you want. You know, because my kids, they've been through it all. So if you need help with your ADHD, your child's ADHD, don't understand, you know, what to do, because all these therapists want you to treat your child like, you know, they're fragile, and when they're really not. They just need your help to understand what's going on with them. So, in that case, if you have a question, I will gladly post a video for you and answer all your questions that you need. All I gotta say, mommy and daddy, keep doing the good work. Just be there for your child and let them know that they're gonna be okay. Peace.